Hi friends, welcome to SGK English for a new video. IELTS preparation episode 6. So we have seen 5 episodes. I hope you have gone through them all and studied them one by one. First comes first, you must study episode number 1 first, then go for 2. When you are thorough with the second video, only then you should move on to third one. So I hope you have done in this way. So we are coming to the most important, maybe little difficult part of our IELTS preparation, that is writing. Before going to the lesson, let me request you all to subscribe if you have not, and support me by giving me a like, and also enable the bell icons so that you get notified when I upload a new video. Okay, come to the lesson. Introduction to writing test. So overall, some of you may know many of these things, but not all. Okay, so some of you are new, I hope. So for everyone, so let us go through what all things are to be taken care of. Number 1, points to remember. What all things you have to remember, you have to keep in mind. I mean, when you prepare for IELTS writing test. As you know, or you have to know that first task you have to write or answer in 150 words. That is a graph, a chart, or something of that kind. A picture may be given to you. Based on the chart, a question will be there. You have to attempt in 150 words, not less than that. I should not spend to write too much too, because you have a bigger one, task 2. Okay, that you should answer in 250 words. So task 1 150 and task 2 250 words. Then comes how to answer task 1. First, an introduction. So when you write that introduction, you should be paraphrasing the question. It's not as it is, but many of those words you have to write again while writing the introduction. But never ever use the same words again. You should paraphrase it. What is paraphrase? We have already seen, and I hope you know it. Okay, so don't use same words. I mean, you can use some synonyms. You may have synonyms and antonyms too. So use some synonyms and write once again an introduction using the words of the question, paraphrasing it. Okay, now, so that is introduction, a small introduction. Then you should not directly go into body paragraph number 1. Instead, you should write an overview. So what is an overview? It contains all the key features of a graph, or a chart. It contains all the key points collected and put in a paragraph. So all the key points collected and put in a paragraph is called an overview. Okay, in a way it is a brief summary of your presentation. In a way, it is a brief summary of your presentation. So it is better that you write the overview as second paragraph. There is no wrong in writing it as fourth paragraph also, last one. But I think it is better that you write overview second paragraph. See, look here, overview for task 1 and conclusion for task 2. So after writing the overview, don't write conclusion again. No need. In a way, it's not a conclusion. So you're introducing, all the key points into a small single paragraph. In a way, it is summary. So task 1, it is better that you write the overview as a second paragraph. I repeat once again, there is no wrong in writing the overview as a last paragraph, nothing wrong in that, but it is better that you write the overview as second paragraph. I repeat once again, it contains all the key features of a graph. So what all things you are going to present in the coming paragraph, you are giving in a way a brief summary. It is better that you write overview as a second paragraph. It contains all the key points collected and it is put in a paragraph. Okay, that is what overview is. So that is how you have to answer task 1. Then an important points to remember this what. So you have to practice using the official answer sheet. See, you can practice in a notebook also, but it is better that you practice using the official answer sheet. You go to Google, see, download from Google you can. Just type IELTS writing test task 1 official answer sheet. You can simply download it. You see, go to Google, I repeat once again, go to Google, type IELTS writing test task 1 official answer sheet. You can simply download it. So what is that answer sheet? How it is to be answered? Let us go to that sheet directly. Okay now? See, this is the official writing sheet. You can find on the letterhead candidate's name, then date, candidate's number, then sender number. Those things all will be provided when you reach the examination hall. One thing more you have to fill, that is a test module, whether it is academic or a general training. So you have to put a tick there. I think many of you may know it. Still, it is better that you know it. This is the full writing sheet. At the bottom you can find some space for the examiner to make his comments. So you should not write there. So you should keep some space on the left side as well as on the right side. Then you must check how much you will reach. When you write 150 words. So you cannot count the number of words there in the examination hall. Now you can understand when you practice it on this sheet of paper. Then you can practice accordingly. When this page is finished, you can move to the other side of the paper. This is the other side of the paper, second page of the same paper. So you can write here also, and you can notice that at the bottom something is marked there, that is for the examiner to make his comments as well as give you your marks. What is the criteria for awarding that marks? We will just see on the whiteboard here. So come back to the class. You have seen space for the examiner to award marks for your presentation. So now let us see what is the criteria for awarding marks. See, task 1, you might have seen TA, CC, LR and GR. This is the criteria. See, TA means a task achievement, whereas task 2, task response. Next, CC means coherence and cohesion. Coherence we saw in a previous video that it is a logical arrangement of things. How do you arrange it logically in a reasonable way or systematically? Whereas cohesion means elements of a text, linked, how it is linked. So how do you connect them together into a single unit? Keeping them into a single unit. See, the structure, how you arrange that is what is meant by cohesion. So there will be special, they will give mark specially for each item. See, coherence and cohesion. So how do you arrange things? First of all, how do you arrange it logically? See, it should be connected. A connecting link should be there. Then how do you connect them all into a single unit? Coherence and cohesion. For that, marks will be awarded. Then lexical resources. That means vocabulary, words. Okay. Then of course grammar. So all these 1, 2, 3, 4 items will be separately awarded marks, and overall marks will be awarded at the end. That is your band score for writing task number 1 as well as number 2. Okay now. So in this way they award marks. So you should be careful that you are perfect in all these things. Grammar is there, should be right. Then your words used will be checked. Very simple words if you are using. Your vocabulary is very poor. They can simply understand. Then how you arrange things, a structure. You see how it is, so will be checked. Then of course, task achievement, overall presentation, how it is. So separately mark will be awarded for all these things, and at the end, last is you have seen at the end of the paper there is space for awarding you your band score. So the teacher also will check something more. Underlined, number 1, that means it is below 150 words or 250 words, number 1. Then number of words, he will check how many words you have written. Whether there should be any penalty for underlined, whether a mark should be cut for not writing the exact words or exact number of words. So these will be checked, whether it is underlined, number of words and penalty, and it is off topic. Not off but off. That means are you moving away from the topic and writing something else. So if you are sticking to the topic, say clarity should be there. That means clear ideas should be presented in a clear fashion, in a systematic way. If you are moving away from the topic and writing something else or some examples which are not suitable, those things will be checked whether you are moving off topic. Then very important one, whether it is memorized, any sentence are there. In coaching centers, some will tell you, some teachers will tell you that you by heart this, you can use for any essay, introduction or conclusion. You by heart this, in such a way you will be made to by heart some sentence. Never ever do that. You write your own. When you prepare many answers in the same way, you will be able to write. You should be able to. If only you write your own, that you will get a high band score. Our aim is, don't forget, 9. Okay. Some may not have that much target. It depends on you. What is your target? How much you should get? What is the purpose of your passing this examination? There should be a purpose now. So for that, how much is a limit, how much you have to score, you should know it and plan accordingly. So don't memorize anything. And last but not the least, whether it is legible, readable. Okay, need not have stylish writing and all. It should be legible. At a glance, it should be legible, readable. Don't try to imitate some fashionable, stylish writing and it would go, that it won't be legible. It would go, okay, illegible. So these things also will be checked, whether it's underlined and number of words, a penalty should be there. You should be penalized for being underlined. Okay, then if you are moving off topic, then you have memorized in your answer whether there are some sentences which are memorized. Okay, they can understand now. They are teachers, they are doing it for long years. They can easily understand. Okay, now then it is legible. It is readable. Means whether you have got legible handwriting, not a good handwriting or stylish handwriting, not that. So it should be legible. At a glance, the teacher should be able to, examiner should be able to read and understand your text. That is all. So these things also will be checked. You should know that. So I repeat once again, it is better that you practice using official answer sheet. Okay. So you can find, see 150 means how much it will reach. So you can understand now. So then you can practice accordingly. You cannot go and sit and count one by one word, because everything will be counted. Article, preposition, all will be counted. So it does not mean words means big words alone. Everything will be counted. So when you complete one page, you can understand how much on that official answer sheet. How first page itself, how much words you might have, covered, because some candidates' handwriting will be big, so it will take more space. Some will be small, it will not take that much space. So you should know how much you should reach while writing 150 or 250 words. It is better that you practice in an official answer sheet. That is all for this video. I hope it is clear to you. Watch the video once again. Meet you with another video. Goodbye.